This podcast is brought to you by Sci-Fi, the world leader in psychology fitness training. Sci-Fi is scientifically proven to help you optimize your physical, mental, and emotional performance through functional training of your brain, body, and breath. For the first time, have your own clinical psychologist, personal trainer, life coach, breathwork teacher, and mediation instructor all in one. Instead of having to wait months or even years for results, you get them in 75 minutes or less. That's the Sci-Fi difference. Rewire your brain, retrain your body, and refocus your breath. Learn more at psyfi.nyc.
It's been said, you, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit to keep moving forward. That's what Life's Tough, Boxers Are Tougher is all about. I'm your host, Matthew Pomara, and we explore a mountainous challenge that someone in the boxing industry has had to face. In the guest corner, she comes to us from Lindenhurst, Long Island, bringing an outstanding record of 12 wins against only 2 defeats with 7 big wins by knockout. She's currently the WBA number 5 ranked contender and the former WBA Supermiddleweight Champion of the world, the Empress Alicia Napoleon Espinosa. Also a new mom. So great to have you. Yeah. Thanks for doing this. Always good to see you.
Oh, same here. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me back in the scene. It feels good to be back in this boxing scene and talking boxing again. So thanks for welcoming me.
Absolutely. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Look, you welcomed me back to the writing game, right? My first published article, my first published boxing article in like a very long time was the piece I wrote about you. So I appreciate it. So it's great to have you.
Thank you.
So, you've been a little busy since the last time we spoke. You're, in case somebody can hear in the background, you're a new mom as well.
Oh my God, yes. The biggest challenge of them all, becoming a mom has been, oh my gosh. I'm going to bring her into the camera because she's not behaving. Say hi. Hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. I think she's going to take after me. She's a ham.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's awesome.
She has fast hands too, so that could be after you too.
Oh yeah, she's quick and super strong. Like I can't believe it. The doctors couldn't believe how strong she is either. She's a strong kid.
Well, so I hope she gets Roberto's patience.
You know what? To tell you the truth, I have more patience than my husband. So.
I don't know about that, man. Like I said, we try not to stump anybody on this one, but I might be voting on the other side on that one, my friend.
No, I definitely can outpatient my husband. He does have patience, though. He does. He's a good man. Great man, actually. Yeah, daddy, dada. Say dada. Yeah.
So how you doing? So catch us up here. Tell us what's going on and what you're up to.
Well, I live really far from Gleason's, and with this whole pandemic and the vaccination, and I don't even know where to begin. It's been the biggest transition of my life. You see that she's a handful, but she's great. Oh my gosh, she's burping and farting and everything over here. Becoming a mom has been a huge transition. Belle, you know what? Take Alina inside. Take Alina, because I'm not going to be able to do this with her. Take her inside. I'm play with her. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. She'll probably go to sleep, so go in my bed. Okay. There is no moment of peace anymore at all. It is, oh my God. Becoming a mom now, I have so much respect and understanding for moms. Like, it is the ultimate title out of anything in life is being a mom. It's tough. It is tough. It's a challenge. Like, out of any training camp, out of any title I won, any fight, transitioning into motherhood is one of the hardest things for me. It's beautiful. I love it. I love being a mom. I love it. But coming off of being in Manhattan and Brooklyn and the Bronx, back and forth from Long Island, and like every borough in one day, training and teaching and coaching, and I mean, from morning till night, just free as a bird, hustling, grinding, to a complete stop was really, really hard to take in.
Wow. Yeah, I imagine.
It was really hard, like especially with the pandemic and everything being closed. Because if we didn't go through the pandemic, I would have at least been working and pregnant. I would have been like training in the city. I would have been doing more. But I was training, but at home in my home gym. I didn't step foot back into a gym until when Alina was 3 or 4 months. I went back to Gleason's for the first time, and I was only there for like a month, and then they wanted the vaccine, but I didn't want to get it because I'm breastfeeding. So I was breastfeeding for I literally just stopped this week. So I've been breastfeeding for the whole year, which is a huge commitment. I mean, guys, you have no idea what women have to go through. When you're breastfeeding and you're pumping, because I wouldn't latch her, I would feed her with a bottle. I'm pumping for 4 to 5 hours a day.
Oh man.
Yeah, so 8 to 10 times a day, and then I dwindle down as the months went on by, and towards the end of when she was reaching a year, I would dwindle down to nothing. But the hormones that women go through, the changes, the metamorphosis of our body, I'm a different person, and it being a mom, I almost feel like I'm meaner now. Like I'm gonna be tougher and meaner in the ring. Like I'm a nice person. I love everybody. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. But now becoming a mom, it's weird. It's hard to explain. It's like this lioness bear, mama bear instinct. Like everything is for your child. You want the best for them. You could get defensive real quick with other people and their opinions, and it's. I'm still going through this process and this journey. I'm not out of it yet. I really can't even articulate it because it's so complex.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job explaining it.
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm not.
Keep going.
Because it was brutal. Like for the first 6 months, I didn't even know who I was. It was so it was so beautiful and so glorious, but it was so dark at the same time. Because your body, I think from being an athlete too, like being used to training and my body being in tip-top shape to the complete opposite. Because let me go back a little bit. When I got pregnant, like, okay, I fought my last fight 2020, January 2020. I got pregnant 6 months later. So I fought January 2020, February, March, I'm asking my team, what's up, what's next, what's going on. Even though we have the beginning of the pandemic, but I was like, okay, like probably most people like, oh, this will last a month. This will last 2 months.
Yeah.
We'll be back to normal. But that wasn't the case. So pressing my team, what's going on, but then the gym still being closed, being out of work, being stuck at home. So then I'm like, okay, well, this is getting real serious now. Then Lou telling me, my promoter, Lou DeBella, saying, listen, this year is shot. This pandemic is killing us. Boxing is having a hard time. You're probably not going to fight the rest of this year. When I heard that was around June. It was like May, June. I was like, okay, I'm not going to waste this year. So I'm going to have a baby because I'm approaching, I'm not really sure how many more years I want to fight in the game. Being a fighter, to tell you the truth, I could fight forever. I love to fight. I love the ring. I love it. Like, but I don't think I'll be 50 years old in the ring, but I could be because I love it so much. But just being strategic and smart and planning for your family and your future, I said, okay. And I'm the type of person, like, I'm always multitasking and getting things done. And I never just focus on one thing, which is maybe not the best, but I think it makes me strong and tough, and I can juggle a lot and I can handle a lot of pressure. I said, all right, let's get pregnant. I'm not wasting this year. Let's get pregnant. And lo and behold, I got pregnant like the first try. So I was like, wow. I was a little nervous too, because being so careful over the years with my husband and being in the sport, you know, taking birth control, making sure we don't get pregnant. I was worried because I'm like, well, what if that affects my body? What if I can't get pregnant? But the second I went off, got pregnant right away. And I didn't know that I was pregnant for the first trimester. So for the first 2 months, first 2 months, I had no idea. I was running every day. I was trying to, diet, watch what I was eating, because I gained some weight, not too much, gained some weight during the pandemic from not being in the gym, like 10 pounds. So, I'm running, I'm watching what I'm eating. But I'm like, damn, why am I nauseous? And why is the weight not coming off? Like, what's going on? So I thought I had a sinus infection, and I went to the doctor, and she's like, you don't have a sinus infection, you're pregnant. And I was like, oh my God. So I was so happy. I cried. I called my mom, and then I waited 2 more weeks before I told my husband, because it was his birthday. He was coming up, so I surprised him on his birthday. And I ate really good. I ate healthy, but then the third trimester, I just let go. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy this pregnancy. I'm going to enjoy it because I'm a foodie. I love food. I never get to rest like this. So I really enjoyed my pregnancy. I rested. I trained a little bit. I ate good. Then I indulged. I put the weight on. I gained like 75, 80 pounds. But that's my body style too. I could put weight on really easy. And yeah, and then I looked into going to a local boxing gym during the pandemic because I was getting cabin fever and I really wanted to get out, but my husband was fearful of me catching the virus pregnant, and I was fearful too. So I just laid low. I stayed home, trained at home, didn't go out much. And then when my daughter was 3 months old, I was ready to go back to Gleason's. So I started going back to Gleason's when she was about 3-4 months. I was Mama Luke. People definitely, like, there was one trainer in there who pissed me the hell off. He was like, whoa, what happened to you? I didn't even recognize you. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, I had a baby. Like, I know you have no idea what that is or what that means or what your body goes through because you've never had and never will experience it. But like, come on, cut me some slack. I was so pissed. And I was going through so many hormonal changes at that time. I still am, not as much. I've definitely like found some balance, but it takes a long time for some women to like get those hormones right and not feel so emotional. But I was at such a vulnerable place, and he was so ignorant and insulting. Like, I just wanted to kill this guy. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm back in Gleason's. I'm training for about a month, and then they demanded the vaccination card. They want to prove a vaccination. And I did not want to get the vaccine because I'm breastfeeding, and it was new, and I didn't want to put that into my child's body. So I had to restart all over again, sit home. The pandemic was getting bad again. There was mask mandates again. People are staying home again. So it was such a roller coaster this year. And I recently started going back to Gleason's, which today was my first day. And but before that, like for the past probably 2 months, I've been training at Babylon Boxing Gym over here in Long Island. And I've been running every day, and I've been doing weights and some strength training. And the weight's coming off. I've lost about 65 pounds already. So I'm actually at the weight I was when I got pregnant. So I'm good. I got almost all of it off, but my goal is to get back down to 160, which I can and I will. So I'm going to get back down there because fighting at 168 wasn't too comfortable for me. It was heavy for me. I felt heavy. When I fought 154, 160, I felt strong. I felt fast. So I'm going to go back down to those weight classes and fight where I'm most comfortable and see, I mean, if wherever the opportunity is, I'll take it. I could fight in between those 3 weight classes, but if I had to choose, it would be 54 and 60.
Would you, so you're not necessarily excited to take a rematch with Setarus, because I know that's at the 168 limit.
I am.
That was a very close fight. So
I am for the fact because it was so close. Like it kills me that I lost by 1 stinking point. And a dumb mistake of slipping and moving my hand off my chin. That one small mistake is what got me knocked down. I love that fight though. I love that fight. That fight was a great fight. I don't even care that I lost by 1 point because people got to see the dog in me, the fight in me.
Oh, it's a great fight. It was absolutely a great fight.
It was awesome. And I got stronger as the rounds went on. I got stronger and stronger. Like I could have kept going. Like I wanted to demolish her, and I broke a nose at the end. It was a bloodbath. I loved it. It was great. I loved it. So yeah, I would like to rematch her for that fact that it was so close. It was razor thin close. And I would like to beat her and grab my belts back from her. But I really would like to fight lighter because I feel like I would feel better personally in my career. But I trust my team. They really make most of those decisions. And fighters will do whatever. It's like, yeah, there's a fight, let's go. Whatever weight you want, whoever the opponent is, let's just do it. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens when I come back, and hopefully I will come back. This summer would be nice, would be ideal.
So your goal is to try to take a fight this summer, maybe like a tune-up, or do you want to go right back into the title picture? Because you're a big name. You're worth a lot of money.
Probably a tune-up. I think that would be smart. Having 2 years off, my body going through such a change of having a child. I think a tune-up would be a smart move. But I got to tell you, I feel like I'm stronger since I went through childbirth. I feel stronger mentally and physically. I feel like as I'm getting back, like my body is going to be just like a powerhouse. It's so strange what you go through becoming a mom. Like, I don't know. I just tapped into this whole new realm of strength, of power, of determination, of drive. My daughter is like, she's just everything for me. Like, I was a very ambitious, motivated person before, and now I'm like that on steroids. Like, I just want to do it all for her and just give her the best life and be the best example and role model to her. And just show her that there's no such thing as quit, and you could do anything and everything you want to do. And I just want to live that so she could. I want her to see it happen. So I'll be trying to accomplish a lot of things as she grows.
Yeah. So look, I think you tapped into really something that's very timely for women in all walks of life, not just boxing, but in all walks of life. Like, you take off time to have a child, and then you want to get your career back, and then look, this could be a huge asset to you, right? At this point, you feel like you're stronger. You could get out there and do that. Talk a little bit about the talk about what you see as upcoming challenges too, because that's when you have a child now, it's You have a child for a very long time. So what do you see as possible upcoming challenges to that now that you're going to have to go back to camp and stuff?
The biggest challenge is trying to find time for yourself to do things. Like there's no time. It's a 24/7 thing. Like I have to get up at 3 a.m. to get to Gleason's at 5 a.m. to train for myself because I got to be back in time for my husband to leave for work. I don't want to leave my daughter with babysitters and daycares. I don't want to do that. So I want to be there for her. I have her older sister. She helps and she babysits for me every night. So I trust my older daughter with her, and then occasionally her grandparents and her aunts and stuff. But not everybody's not always available, so it's challenging finding the time to do you again. It's really hard. So I have to find this whole new groove and set a schedule that works for me and my daughter because it's not just me anymore. So that's been the hardest thing is you feel like God, it's just so much. I really can't even like get into it. I There's so much you don't want to feel judged
Sure.
by leaving your daughter too long because you have to train 3 times a day. You don't want to like people are looking at you. Like when you become a mom, it's like everybody's looking at you. I feel like more than anything, more than becoming a wife or anything. It's like, oh, you're a mom now? Okay, so is your kid eating correctly? Is she sleeping good? Is she drinking enough milk? Is she are you with her enough? Like I'm with my daughter 24/7, but I feel and I've noticed, I don't know, maybe it's the mama bear in me, but I just I try to do everything perfect for my girl as best as I can. Because I feel like the microscope is on me from family members and friends and um I don't know, maybe it's myself, maybe it's like self guilt of wanting to be this businesswoman, this champion, this star again. Like there's a lot of guilt that comes into that because society is like, hey, it's when you have a baby, it's all about the baby. The baby's first, and the baby is first. So it's trying to find that balance of setting myself free again and not feeling guilty of getting out there. Like that's been really hard for me. Like getting out and traveling to the gym and taking time away from my daughter. That's why I try to do it when she's sleeping at 3 in the morning. Like
Yeah.
I feel I feel like guilt of leaving her. It's been really hard. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
rambling.
no, no, absolutely, and I've heard this from other women as well, and you're a mom now, and that is a priority, but you have to have time for you, and look, you don't have a traditional career. You're also a great entrepreneur. You're involved in a million different things and other projects, and you're a professional fighter, professional prize fighter, so. That in itself is pretty tough to deal with. Like I said, that's what we call the show, right? Life's tough, but boxers are tougher. I think you're demonstrating how tough you are because you're a mom and you're still a professional boxer, and you intend to continue. So I think that's tremendous.
Yeah, I have to. I have to for me. I have to prove to myself that I can do it. And it's really important to me to prove that after childbirth, your body's better, your body's stronger because I think a lot of people feel like after having a baby, oh, you're no good. Like your body's not the same. You're not as strong. I just feel like there's a lot of stigmatism to having a baby, and I want to prove that wrong because I feel it in my spirit that that's not true. That women are stronger as long as they fight through it, right? Because like any adversity that in trial that crosses our path, if we can't overcome it, then we don't pass the test. And like right now, this is a test in front of me. Like I have to overcome this whole metamorphosis of my body, changing, growing a child, birthing this child, losing this weight. Like I feel like when I first started boxing, I feel like I'm back there. I feel like I'm actually back to square one, where I am learning how to get in shape and fight all over again. The good thing is I'm really not at square one. I am in a sense where like I'm back in Long Island. I am completely alone. I don't have people around me anymore. I'm not working in the city. I'm not surrounded by, because like a lot of people left, a lot of people moved. Like my brothers left, my cousin left. Like my workout buddies that are here on Long Island, my family that are my running buddies, my support, they're not here. They moved, they left. The pandemic changed a lot of things. People passing, coaches that have passed away that are not with us now, that died during this pandemic. I feel like I've gained weight where I'm at the heaviest point in my life, like I was back then when I first started boxing. I'm back in Long Island. I'm training in Long Island. I'm just recently started going back to Gleason, so I have to, you know, really bite down and commit to that 3 a.m. schedule. I'm not in this, haven't been in the scene in 2 years, so I'm starting. It's like I'm starting back fresh. I got to build my name and my reputation back up again when I start the fight. I feel like I came full circle to start a new circle, but an even bigger, better, and stronger one. And the mountain, like I feel like I was on top of the mountain, and I fell all the way to the bottom. And after having the baby, I just kept seeing myself at the bottom of that mountain. And it was so exhausting thinking about how far I have to climb it, like, all over again. But I would fight all that doubt. I would fight it day after day. Little by little, I was training and training a little more, a little more, a little more. I used my daughter as a weight. Alina would work out with me. I'd take her in the gym. We'd work out, just after the first month of her life, she was training with me. She still is. I still use her. We still work out at home. But now I am going to boxing gym in Long Island, boxing gym in Brooklyn, gyms out here, doing my weight training in my garage, running. Like, so I'm looking back from a couple months ago saying, wow, okay, I'm maybe quarter way up the mountain. Soon I'm going to be halfway up the mountain. And before we know it, I'm going to be back on top. But
absolutely. Well, they say every journey begins with a single step, and you're a quarter of the way there. So think of it like that. That's tremendous.
It is.
And I think you're a great inspiration, and I'm grateful that you were willing to take the time to talk to us today.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt.
Well, so I do have we have a part of the show now. We call it the Fast Five. So are you up for the Fast Five? So we're talking tough stuff. We want to see if you're ready for the Fast Five. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So are you a better cook, boxer, or singer? Not a lot of people know you sing.
Well, singing, I'm really rusty, so that's going to be at the bottom of the list right now. And I'd say boxing and cooking is pretty neck and neck. So, but anything that I do with passion. So I'd say I'm pretty equally skilled in all three of them.
What is what's your best dish?
Oh my God, there's more than one. There's more than one. Like I make amazing lasagna, eggplant parmesan, tortellini alfredo, spaghetti and meatballs. Spaghetti, I can do that with my eyes closed. Anything, marinated steaks. I make a delicious homemade salmon teriyaki, homemade hummus. I make everything, anything, soups, everything. So there's really, whatever I make is really, really good because I put all my heart and soul into it.
Awesome. All right, good. That's good. What's the who's your favorite Long Island? So we're both from Long Island. Who's your favorite Long Island boxer?
Chris Algieri. I love him. He's
Oh,
great.
nice.
Yeah. He's a great guy, a great champion. He's awesome. He's definitely my favorite Long Island fighter.
Oh, that's great. Good answer. It's funny. He helped me with. I did an article for Ring Magazine, and he was a big catalyst for it. So I'm always grateful to him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Cool.
He's a cook too.
Yes, that's right. He has a cookbook.
It's that Italian Long Island thing.
What's your favorite movie?
I have a couple, like old school Bronx Tale. I love Bronx Tale. I love Goodfellas. And then my favorite boxing movie would be Cinderella Man.
Ah, great. Good choice. Actually, it's funny. You're the second person who picked that on the show. So that's a good one. Yeah, you're the second person who picked it. It's a good one. Who would you ever like to be in a movie? And if you could, what role would you like to play? Is there any movie like in the past that you would like to have been in?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to be in a movie. Any like old school Italian gangster movie. And I'd be like a mob wife.
All right, good answer. Any place, past or present, that you would want to fight at? So you realized, I think, one of the coolest things that any Long Island fighter could say. You won a title at the Nassau Coliseum. I know you grew up not too far from there. So is there any place else that you would like to get a shot at fighting at?
Alina, where should we fight, Alina? Hi. Where should we fight?
Hi, Alina.
Well, fighting at Long Island Coliseum, the NYABC? I don't even know. They changed the name. But that was the best, being a Long Islander. So I don't know what could top that, but probably like every major venue in New York. Like I fought in the Barclays Center. I fought in the Coliseum. I haven't fought, as a pro, I haven't fought in Madison Square Garden. So maybe Madison Square Garden would be nice. It would be cool to travel too and fight overseas. I would love to fight overseas.
Nice. Nice. Italy. All right. So our final question, and because we have Alina, we won't translate it. But what's your favorite Italian curse word?
Just hearing family and friends, this funny saying, they always say, "Uffa la chucha mia, uffa la chucha mia." I don't even know what it means. It's funny, right? Uffa la chucha mia. Oh my goodness. Well, actually, somebody told me it means somebody who farts in the bathtub. So, I don't know if that's true. Is that funny? Are you a Uffa la chucha mia? Oh my goodness. You fart in the bathtub?
Well, we can't thank you enough. We know how busy you are. The fact that you were willing to take some time with us really means a lot to us, and it's great to have you on the show. Tell us where we can find you on social media.
Instagram, Boxing Napoleon, and Facebook, Alicia Napoleon Espinosa, and then Twitter, Napoleon Boxing. So, but Instagram's my main thing. Oh, and TikTok also, Boxing Napoleon. So Boxing Napoleon.
Boxing Napoleon.
Yeah.
All right. She's the Empress, Alicia Napoleon Espinosa. Thank you for being on the show. Great to have you.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you so much.
That's going to be the final bell for today's podcast. If you like what you hear, give us a like and hit the subscribe button with your best power punch. You can check us out at Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and anywhere you can find quality podcasts. We hope our stories inspire you to fight on. We thank you for listening, and remember, life's tough, boxers are tougher. Have a great week, everyone.